products and service management with 18 years of experience, Mr. Virendra Ravindra Ramgir.
Leadership feeling is like that. It is not a technical mastery, but it is all about taking the decisions under everyone is a pressure.
When you realize that leadership isn't about technical expertise, but about your ability to make tough calls under pressure.
Leadership is built in the real-time pressure scenario, not in the conferences room.
Hello and welcome to FaceTime with Leaders, powered by Directors Institute World Council of Directors. I'm your host Charu Mehra, and today's episode promises to be one for the books. Today, we have someone whose career story is as dynamic as the industry he's worked in. Our guest today is Mr. Virendra Ravindra Ramgir, a powerhouse in IT products and service management with 18 years of experience across infrastructure, production support, cloud computing, and data governance. He's currently serving as Infra CB and IB Associate Vice President at Citi Services India Pvt Limited, CSIPL, where he leads efforts in managing live trading support for over 30 global exchanges, among many other impactful roles. Whether it's managing complex telecom network or supporting cloud computing, environments like SDN, NFV, or streamlining the entire life cycle of production infrastructure, Mr. Viren's experience spans across technical operations, problem management, and service delivery at the highest level. Mr. Virendra, welcome to FaceTime with Leaders. It is such a pleasure to have you with us today.
Yeah, good morning, Charu. Thanks a lot for such a good introduction. Good morning to you as well.
Fantastic. What stands out to me as I hear your story is how you've seamlessly blended technical expertise with strategic leadership. So let's dive right in and start with this. Mr. Virendra, you've built a career in IT where every second counts and the stakes are incredibly high. You've worked across everything from cloud services and telecom networks to managing live trading infrastructures. With such a diverse experience, I'm sure there have been some surprising moments along the way. So, when you think back to your early career, was there a moment when you realized that leadership isn't about technical expertise, but about your ability to make tough calls under pressure? And what surprised you about leadership back then?
See, first of all, leadership, if we talk about this thing, I was not just good with the leadership, okay, when I was studying my master's in 2008. So I completed from Pune University. So, however, in practicality, I just wanted to learn about or go into the deeper level of leadership. Okay. So about that thing, I got first practically understanding of leadership during my first job in Amdocs.
Mhm.
That was happened in 2019. So would like to share one experience with that as well, where I leaded the issue, okay, and where I uh, handle it end to end, okay, where I got the practical knowledge of leadership.
Right.
Okay, so one good day there was a billing network failure which we got. Okay, so everything was smooth, everything was looking good. Okay, but however we got a network failure. So outage was at the third party network provider, which was very critical to comprehend. Okay, so what I did is that I detailedly go with the network diagram. I searched it out, but it was not there. But however, we need to check out with the third party vendor, and as considered with the risk or visibility, followed the escalation path with a proper escalation channel and notified the required stakeholders through P1 outage communication interface so that everyone will be aware it's in. And of course, there was confusion, there was a pressure, okay, because it was nearly about one and a half hour there was an outage, and that was impacting the entire billing system and our platinum client as well. So
Right.
So I focused on the clarity under pressure, structure thinking, and protecting the system that our millions of users are depending. So as the entire BSS network got restored, so I had led to draft the coaching team, creating the checklist, improving the RCA process to avoid such a huge impact. So
Right.
with the help of all infra teams like network, Unix, I lead the network outage issue, and that was last nearly for 2+ hours as a nightmare. That was nearly a nightmare, Charu. And there I got the practical understanding of leadership. So
Yeah.
leadership feeling is like that. It is not a technical mastery, but it is all about taking the decisions under. Everyone is a pressure. Everyone is under pressure. Everyone is panicking. So it is how you stand, how you stand in that particular problem. So
Right.
it is like from engineering mindset to the responsible mindset. Take me to the leadership position. Okay, and it will give you the things that it seems to be very difficult. Okay, but when you stand it with the responsible and focused mind, strategic mind, you will surely get through it, and you will understand the importance of leadership as well. So emphasizing the judgment, the risk management, and calm crisis leadership, that's what boardroom looks good. Okay, so as per me, leadership is built in the real time pressure scenario, not in the conferences room, Charu.
Right.
Thanks.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, wonderful. That was such an honest reflection, Mr. Virendra. It really
Yeah.
shows how pressure can actually shape someone's judgment in a way no textbook ever can. And the
Correct.
way you connect that early moment to your governance approach today is so powerful. So thank you for sharing that with us. Mr. Virendra, you often walk into environments where the stakes are high, whether it's managing live trading infrastructure, tackling system failures, or overseeing complex changes across multiple business units. You mentioned how much your leadership work involves understanding and mitigating risks. So, when you enter a new environment, especially at CSIPL, where you oversee live production support for exchanges worldwide, what is the first thing you look for to gauge whether an organization is managing its infrastructure risk effectively or just claiming that they are?
Yeah. So, Saru, again, very technical and very good question. Okay. So, would like to give the brief answer on that. Okay. So, when entering into the new environment, the decisions happen under stress, not concerned with the routine operations. Okay. So, we need to deal with the pressurized things. What is the exact pressure in the direction? Okay. What exactly we need to do? How we need to keep our mind cool? Okay. And
Right,
then need to get the resolution out of that, and then it is going to satisfy our stakeholders as well, and our all shareholders, stakeholders, whoever is concerning with that particular problem.
agreed.
So if we pay attention to the ownership clarity, escalations path, and the approval discipline with the help of infra team and the development team as well, we can get through it. So in a live production, if you see, the logs must be accurate, changes followed the checklist, and the incident are tracked fully with the corrected CRS,
Right,
RCAs. I mean, okay. And on a given day, the dashboard may look fine, but gaps like missing approval or inconsistent reporting signals underlying risk. So dashboard doesn't show you everything. You need to identify whether everything is green. You need to identify what is going to be a red alert for us. That's the thing. So would like to give another example that I had a nightmare. I saved the nightmare, in fact. Okay. So on a one given business day, everything was looking normal. Everything was looking compliant, as good with the dashboard, our monitoring
right,
system, Genius monitoring system, mails were flowing normal. Okay. However, while I was just navigating on one of the live production server and observed that there is a space crunch, okay, which was
hmm
not alerted on the any of the alert system. We didn't get a mail. We didn't got on the our ITRS system as well. So
right,
immediately I did the investigation on that, and then I found that it seems to be with the root user. So I engage the Unix infra dev team to remove all those long sitting files, huge files. Okay, those were in GBs. Okay. However, those files were the byproduct of the job, which we own it as a production team, as a production lead. So I stopped
Right.
that job and the processes which are being created by job, okay, and clean up the file with the help of Unix infra dev team. So that's the way I save the nightmare. So now with the validated cleanup steps, clarified responsibility, ensure the accountability, which is effectively embedding the governance in the daily
Right.
operations, which
Right.
which, which outcomes with the so because of that the byproduct of that particular cleanup is that we got the fewer incidents, the smoother releases we had on the upcoming weekends, and increase the trust among all the stakeholders. So
Right.
if we trusted the surface level report, which leads to which again I'm talking the both the parts of it. If we are even believing on
Hmm.
this surface level report, which really leads to miss the issues in the live production during the important trading hours. So reinforce the verification, pre-verification, post-verification, ownership, clear documentation in a banking system and the trading system as well. Very important. Like if we can compare the same issue with the aviation pre-flight checks, hospital emergency protocol, or financial trading routines. The structure routine checks the accountability and save the lives, like it will save the trades as well and the production impact as well. So it is not just a policy; it is your responsibility. Okay,
Yes.
so people relate to high stake system where discipline prevent this kind of a disaster. So we have to be very focused with the governance or with the what people can't think. We have to think. That's where the governance module or governance thinking take to us. That's the thing.
Wow, that was so insightful, Mr. Virendra. I feel the way you've connected everyday operational habits with deeper governance discipline really brings clarity to how risk is actually managed in high pressure systems. It is a rare practical view of governance that many overlook. So, thank you for sharing
Correct.
that. You worked across multiple environments from telecom networks to AWS cloud services. Based on your experience, what would you say is the biggest difference in managing risk between traditional on-prem infrastructure and cloud-based systems? And how do you approach security and compliance in these two different settings?
Yeah, good question regarding with the recent technologies which I worked. Okay, so we'd like to again reopen the scenarios and the experience or the expertise I have with these things. So good question. Thanks a lot for that, Charu. So we need to understand the basic difference between the on-premises infrastructure and on a cloud infrastructure. Okay.
Hmm.
So first of all, give you a brief on the traditional infrastructure, which is also called as a on-premise infrastructure. It is it is like running of the course of action. Everything is done inside of the organization, where backup, privacy, we have the license and everything. Okay, it is going to be managed in house. So
Right.
at the point item, suppose server is lost and whatever is the issue with the hardware of the server or network of the server, so we need additional power labels. Okay, the database programming softwares, operating system, everything we need to do it from the scratch, and it increases the headache of the organization because everything is in-house. So if you anticipate in this way that we are going to manage it end to end, so it is very traditional thing and it is hectic thing. But if we go on cloud platform, it is very advantageous for us because cloud refers to the delivery of on demanding computing systems over the internet. It is based on the principle pay as you use services. In a simple word,
Hmm.
rather than managing the files or the services or the storage system on your local device, you can do it on the same over the internet on a cost efficient manner. Okay.
Okay.
And with the with a cloud based environment model, there is no convenience or motivation to purchase any additional establishment or the license. So
Right.
it is all about porting your application or your services or your infrastructure on other cloud computing providers, like we have Amazon, we have Microsoft Azure. Okay, these are kind of uh, cloud computing system providers. So it is very efficient for organizations. So if we say uh, advantages of cloud environment or on-premises infrastructure, then you can have the bifurcation like this. Cloud environment is more cost saving. It is most you can have the enhanced collaboration between the systems. Then advanced security,
Yeah.
because if we go with the security system of the on-premises infrastructure, there are a lot of cost involved. But in terms of
Yes.
cloud environment, we those who are inheriting those services, there is no headache to have the security thing. It is the headache of the it is the headache, or it is in the court of the company or the cloud system provider. Okay, so and also it is faster time to market, mobility, data loss protection, access to advanced technology like we have cutting edge tools, AI, machine learning, big data analytics. So enabling these business to innovate without investing expensive infrastructure. So it also brings the environmental stability. These advantages makes cloud computing as an essential tool for modern businesses. So enabling them to maintain a competitive, agile, and innovating in a rapidly evolving digital landscapes or digital era we are in. As an example, when as an example, would like to share that I'm working in a city with this cloud computing concept. Okay, so our service now software, which is a ticketing tool, and many we have. So it has been traditionally hosted on the on-premise hardware, but recently City got it migrated to the cloud environment on a PaaS model environment, that is platform as a service model. So
Okay.
this development saved the installation cost for cities management, and also enabled software company to create the recurring revenue model charged as a on an annual basis. So
Right.
on-premises infrastructure made you predictable processes, and however, cloud push you towards the higher controls and continuity checks. Okay, so
Right.
cloud environments make uh, increases the clear accountability, clean configuration, continuous checks, faster recovery, and this is how we operate today in city and other businesses in banking sector. Chalo.
Right. So,
Yeah.
you know what? It was a really insightful way to lay it out, Mr. Virendra.
Yeah.
I feel that you made the on-premises versus cloud gap feel so real,
Yeah.
especially the way speed and discipline look completely different in each world.
Yeah.
And that reflection on how your own mindset evolves adds a lot of depth to it. So, thank you for sharing that with us. With the rise of cyber threats and data breaches, many financial institutions are becoming more focused on securing their infrastructures. How do you see the role of cybersecurity evolving in the financial sector over the next, let's say, 3 to 5 years, especially when it comes to compliance and customer trust?
Yeah, okay. So again, would like to give the detail on that. Okay, would like to share light on the problems and the risk, how it is going to be, and how we can avoid it, how we can avoid the risk. Okay, that's very important question. So, if we understand the generic thing, like IT problems today are not just a casual problem; those are the business survival factors, and very important factor that needs to be considered. So
Right.
common threats or the common issues for IT companies or any financial based companies like that, they may get phishing attacks, malware attacks, or distributed denial of services attacks, or man in middle attacks. So there are many, but I have given you these four. Okay, because most companies data may go get lost, or data may got violated. Okay, that kind of a thing may happen with them, and it causes a data breach, and it is a operational impact, and it is a reputational impact, and there is a risk. And if you lost your compliance thing, your reputation, then there is a huge loss to the banks. So I have seen it practically. very difficult for banks to survive or any IT companies to survive. So, in order to survive the business from such kind of cyber threats, the data breaches in billing, in banking and financial services and insurance company must adopt of emerging technologies and regulatory compliances. So
Right.
they need to consider network security, application security, information security, operational security, disaster recovery, and a business continuity plan. So by implementing
Right.
this security module or security infrastructure in their present infrastructure, okay, and aligning the advanced technology into that, it will surely give you most. You can minimize it, and you can completely remove the cyber threat attacks which is happening to the organization. And would like to give one live example which
Yes.
happening with me recently. There was a mail arrived with the subject, your password has been expired today. And this mail warns that the failure to reset the password may result in loss of access, and you will be completely lost your system and everything like that. So at the bottom there was button saying that reset your password now. So I know it was phishing mail. So however, I know that it came from the unknown sender. There from mail ID, it was not again looking correctly
Right.
displayed. It was very weird kind of a thing. So if I would have clicked on it, the threat involves faster than controls. Okay, the
Yes.
customer trust would have lost, and instantly after the breach, uh, there will be a loss of operational trust. Okay, and everything would have gone in a different way. So
Right.
cyber security becomes core to customer trust, not just for the technical point, but yes, for building a good trust with the clients, customers, and our stakeholders. So
Absolutely.
board also demands the real-time risk visibility. Regulatory compliance become the continuous monitoring. AI-based threat detection is also important because now we are into AI era. So it is very important to have a AI-based threat detection system, which we can minimize or completely remove the cyber security risk. And third party and the cloud risk under the control restricted the scrutiny as well. So it is very important to have this kind of security measures for the risk which or cyber security threats which is happening. Would like to give my brief on the risk as well. It is very important for organization and banks to understand what kind of risk they may face. So type of risk, if we understand it practically, if we go it in the deep level. So first
Right.
and very uppermost important risk is that compliance risk. Very important. So I have seen millions of fines to the bank when compliance has been threatened. Okay, the compliance has not been considered. So compliance risk, we have operational risk, we have reputational risk, cyber security risk, and financial risk. So
Right.
I don't want to go in a detail with that, but yes, we should have a proper risk mitigation plan. So risk mitigation plan to avoid this risk and to minimize it or
Right.
make it eradicate. Yeah, that's very important. So risk mitigation will give the organization to identify the potential threats and implementing it strategically to remove it completely or to minimize its effect and impact on the system. So, unlike reactive crisis management, risk mitigation focus on the prevention and the preparation, creating the robust plan defense system for a threat which is coming to the system. That's very
Right.
important. And also, the tagline is that in finances, cybersecurity is a customer experience now. So no compromise now with the cybersecurity approach.
Wow, wonderful. That was such a grounded take, Mr. Virendra. And the way you frame cybersecurity as part of customer experience really hits home. And it's refreshing to hear someone who's seen the operational side explain where the real risks and opportunities lies. So thank you for sharing that knowledge with us. All right, our next segment is rapid fire round. Let's spice things up a bit, Mr. Virendra. I'm going to throw some quick questions your way. Ready? I just want you to answer whatever the first thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, here we go. All right, first one. What's the first thing you do when you start your workday?
So first thing I do when I woke up in the morning, I pray first to God for thanking Him for a brand new day and for the wonderful and the blessed day ahead filled with His grace and mercy and guidance. So very important that I'm spiritual person. So it is very important to find your peace in not in the life, but with the presence of God. That is very important. And after that, with the calm, focused, and sound mind, I do yoga regularly.
Wow, wow, that is a really good habit. All
Yeah.
right, next one is what book has had the most influence on how you think about leadership?
Okay, good question. So this is very important question, and would like to ask whoever is the reader or the leaders of this video. So Give and Take is the book which was written by Adam Grant. So a revolutionary approach to success. Okay, this book I chose long back to read, and it is very good book. So personally, Charu, I insist you also to read this book because it is grounded on success required in on the basis of generosity and the collaboration, not just on the overly competition. So these books cover the revolutionary approach to understand the success through the lens of interpersonal relationship, your skills. You should use how you propagate your skill in the organization,
Right.
and I encourage every leader to adopt a giving mindset to achieve their goals while positively impacting others. So it is very important to read this book. Okay, and so that's very important book I read, and it really gave me
So
pleasure
it's
while reading this book.
Give and Take by Adam.
Give and
The
take,
name of
a
the author,
revolutionary
Give and Take by
give and take, a revolutionary approach to success by Adam Grant. Grant.
Adam Grant. Okay, I
Adam
will
Grant.
definitely pick it up.
Yeah.
All
Thank
right,
you.
the third one habit you've developed that quietly improved your professional life.
Yeah. So one habit, very important, reading books, and in fact, reading physical books, not on the content on web portal or on these social media tools. No, I don't entertain this. I only read physical books. So it improves your quality of understanding and
Right.
quality of collaboration and your focused mind.
Wow, wonderful. Okay, next one. If you had to completely disconnect for a week, where would you go?
For considering a complete digital detoxification of mind and our heart. Okay, the ideal destination I would be place that offer a severe, uh, sincere environment. Okay, away from technologies that the beaches, national parks, spas. I would like to go.
Wow, very nice. Okay, next one is what is your go-to music for recharging after a busy day?
Okay, I love to hear the Indian Hindi music and R.D. Burman's music, and also Kishore Kumar songs. Kishore Kumar,
Old Bollywood
yeah,
music.
or Bollywood, yeah, and special songs by Kishore Kumar. He is my favorite
Wow.
singer. Yeah,
Oh, wonderful, sir. That's really nice. Okay, the next one is one food. What's one food you can never say no to?
of course, it's my favorite one, ice cream.
Ice
Uh,
cream?
Yeah, it's a beloved treat that offers a refreshing and indulge experience, often enjoyed with its creamy structure, texture, and sweet flavors. Many of the companies are available to give ice cream, so I really love ice cream.
Wow, nice. Okay. Last one for the round is a small daily ritual that keeps you grounded.
Grounded, it means polite. So very important. Daily morning prayer, yoga with the sound and calm mind. Walk into the nature's environment, and also digital detoxification rituals.
Wow, that is a really nice thing. I feel everyone should specifically adopt the one thing which is doing a digital detox every,
Correct.
once a week or twice a month, something like that. It should happen.
Yeah, correct. Correct. Because it's not just that we are here, we have to think only about the digital thing. We are humans, we are bounded with emotions. So
Yes.
we have to talk with our family, we have to
Yes,
meet our
absolutely.
friends, relatives. So in a week, 2 or 3 times, I do usually travels to my relatives, talk with them, how's the thing going on. So it's very good to your detoxification from the
Right,
digital environment.
right, right. Wow, that brings us to an end of a wonderful rapid fire round. Mr. Viren, thank you for being so honest and so candid with us. I really had fun doing this round with you.
Yeah, thank you, Charu.
Mr. Viren, with your experience navigating high pressure environments and complex systems, we know that financial institutions face increasing pressure to manage real time risks, ensure business continuity, and maintain trust, particularly with the rising number of cyber threats. At the same time, organizations are grappling with skill gap in emerging technologies like AI, cloud, and cybersecurity. So, in your experience, how can boards and senior leaders manage the ongoing operational complexity of scaling infrastructure while maintaining cost efficiency and mitigating risks like cybersecurity threats? What do you believe is the most critical leadership approach they should adopt to ensure trust and continuity in their organizations?
Okay, good and big question, but okay, like to give a detailed answer on that or the detail lightning onto that. For organization, it is important to have their businesses overseas on the multiple units, considering the geographies and the technology collaboration. Okay,
Right,
so emphasizing on the business continuity, cybersecurity trust, for all the stakeholders, shareholders, it's very important. So scaling infrastructure is all about aligning the cost, risk, and
right,
the operational readiness and the performance metrics across all the line of businesses. It is very important to calculate the performance metrics. If any LOB is not working or it is out of scope or it is not generating the proper revenue, so organization has to think for the restructuring of the organization. So clear accountability, escalation path, continuous proactive monitoring rather than reactive fixes. It will surely
mhm,
give us a mitigating the issues. Okay, and also give us advantages for scaling the infrastructure. Okay.
right,
So for scaling infrastructure, we should every organization and as a leader, everyone should be thinking on optimizing resource utilization, adopting the auto scaling technology like we have AWS, we have AI, we have cloud computing like that. We need to leaders has to adopt auto scaling technologies. Okay, so
right,
leverage automation and data analytics as well, very important. Focus on the scalability and the stability of the applications environment and entire ecosystem of banking, whatever it is, whether it's a financial system, insurance system as well. Focusing on stability is very important, whether our application environment is stable or not. That's very
right,
important.
right,
Unify applications and infrastructure as well. Implement the best practices for keeping the governance tight, governance in a good control. That is very important. Build a scalable and compliant architecture. So compliance, again, I already explained in the risk module. Okay, compliance is very important. If it's violated, the company has to pay the big fines for that. So compliant
right,
infrastructure is very important, and it is highly important, we can say. So by implementing these strategies, the strategy one by one in organization can effectively manage the operations complexity of scaling the infrastructure. So ensuring the cost efficiency and mitigating the risk like cyber security threats, your operational risk, your ESG, that environmental, social, and governance
right.
threat. Okay, that's again the concept of directorships thing. Okay, but yes, that has to be considered as well, very important. And the critical leadership approach, it is very important for future growth of the organization, whether it's a bank, whether it's an insurance sector, anything. Leadership is very important. Leadership approach is very important. It's not related only with the technical background. It's how we can, or how we can, with responsibility, how we can handle the situation and how we can stabilize the ecosystem of the entire organization. So leader should adopt a leadership approach that emphasizes the authenticity, integrity, transparency, that involves being honest, and even when it's uncomfortable, when aligned with the words in actions. That's very important. Admitting their mistakes, very important, with polite approach, with humility and strength. The leader should also communicate transparently and frequently with all the stakeholders, shareholders. Communication is very important part, and sharing information regularly to the upper management or CEOs, CFOs, very important to avoid the uncertainty, to avoid the miscommunication. And it a clear communication surely build the trust between leader, a good leader, and with the upper management or CEOs as well, with the board members as well. So additionally, if you say leader should have good, capable handling the situation, recognize and appreciate the efforts for other, and also lead by example. Providing the regular feedbacks to foster a culture of trust and collaboration within their organization and with other employees as well.
Right, right. Wonderful. I feel that is really clear way to see how boards can stay ahead of risks while
Correct.
scaling operations. And I
Right.
really like how you've connected monitoring, accountability, and trust. It makes the governance angle very tangible.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing that. So my last question to you, Mr. Virendra, is that you're also closely associated with Directors Institute World Council of Directors. From your experience being part of this community, how has your exposure to such a wide range of leadership styles, governance practices, and strategic decision making shaped the way you think about leadership?
Okay. So first of all, I am very proudful and privileged to be a part of Directors Institute World Council of Directors. There I personally know who is the director of uh, Director Institute, that is Hevel Mehta, Mr. Hevel Mehta, very cooperative, very polite, and very disciplined and focused person. Oh,
Wow.
okay. It's felt like stepping into a global control room where every decision has cascading effects on its own. So very important for me. So okay. So as they're continuously as this Director Institute, they are continuously focusing on professional development, global recognition. Networking is very strong. That they know many of the CEOs, CFOs, CXOs. Okay, they know, and also very top level people they are aware with and they are associated with. Okay, they have practical skills and flexibility learning platform as well. So takeaway, if I consider from Direction Institute, is that we can get the decision making under scrutiny, balance risk and opportunity, and collaboration across the perspective. So learning from diverse leadership styles and approaches. So very good things to be part. I'm feeling very good, very proud to be part of Director Institute. And very important thing which you asked, would like to shine some light on it. Very important, that corporate governance. Okay, very important. So governance, corporate governance principle help in risk assessment. So risk, as explained earlier, risk managing, risk mitigation is very important for all the organization across all globes. Okay, so how we can access the risk? So conduct the comprehensive risk assessment, integrated technology, foster collaboration across departments, engage the stakeholders regularly, develop continuity plan, monitor and adopt it continuously. So we do have many technologies available to do risk assessments, and once risk
Right.
has been assessed, we can go ahead with the risk management process, risk mitigation process, where we can identify the risk and we should have a strategic steps to minimize or to eradicate the risk which is associated. So if I would like to give example, I will give my current organization example where corporate governance principle help in risk assessment and risk mitigation as well. So meeting stakeholder needs, creating value, covering the enterprises end to end by integrating the governance of enterprise in IT into enterprise governance,
Right,
applying a single and integrated framework, very important. Don't have the multiple frameworks. Okay, have one integrated frameworks across the framework. Integrate the module which you want to have a risk assessment there and risk mitigation steps there. Then next step will be enabling a holistic approach for risk assessment and risk mitigation. Separating governance from management, very important. Governance
right,
has to be separate from management. So governance is much important. Corporate governance is much important. Management comes later because corporate governance is associated with the board of the company. That is steering the wheel, how the company should route, how the company should go. So
right,
corporate governance or governance give you the protocol and the steps how the company should work, how business should be improved in all the aspects, whether it's operating, non-operating, and it will be adopting the new technologies as well. So very important point. So importance of the government governance brings the clarity in a role, risk protocol implementation, and structured decision making by preventing the escalation or losses to the organization, whether it's a compliance loss or whether it's a risk loss, whatever it is. Okay, financial loss, okay, it is going to be have prevention technologies techniques when proper government governance is followed. So
right,
by following the proper effective management, accountability and transparency, rule of law, a sustainable development, culture impact will be beneficial for organizations. So for good governance followed in the companies or in a banks will provide a framework for exercising the political, economical, financial, and for the administrative authorities as well. So
right.
very important to follow governance, corporate governance. So that's all for the corporate governance from my side. Thanks,
Wow.
Charu.
Wow, thank you so much for that wonderful feedback for the Directors Institute, Mr. Virendra. And that was a really great example of how theory translates into real world decision.
Correct.
And I really like how you've tied your exposure from the institute to practical outcomes in high pressure situations. It makes the insight very tangible. And what is really inspiring to me is that you have such an extensive experience of so many years working, but you're still looking forward to enhancing your skills and learning more things to improve in your career. So kudos on that, and I wish you all the very best for your future endeavors.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Charu. Thanks a lot for your wonderful time. Very good questions. And it was not like a question and answer. It was like to digging into the system and giving a word to have those who are watching it online. It is very important for them as well. Leadership role. And hope this video, these questions, this answer, this one-to-one collaboration will surely helping them to improvise, to stay focus on their work, to balance the work life as well as with their family as well, because we are not machines, we are humans. So we should work properly and we should give time to our family as well. So thanks a lot, Charu, for this wonderful time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Virendra. It has been absolute pleasure having you on FaceTime with Leaders today. On behalf of Directors Institute World Council of Directors and everyone watching and listening today, thank you for sharing your wisdom, your experiences, and your unique perspective. Your leadership journey, especially your work with cloud technologies, risk management, and real time production environment, has inspired us all to think more critically about how we manage technology, people, and organizations. We also look forward to seeing how you continue to shape the future of leadership and governance at the highest level. So, I'd like to thank you once again, Mr. Virendra, for joining us on FaceTime with Leaders. It's been a privilege having you here.